Hello, I'm Jennifer Croce from ABN Newswire with the Australian Market Report for Friday the 13th of March. US stocks surged for the third consecutive session overnight as investors flowed into the financial sector due to upbeat comments from Bank of America's chief executive. General Motors also delivered good news to the market that it will not need the $2 billion US loans that it requested from the US government to fund its operations in March. Yesterday, the Australian market ended marginally higher as investors were encouraged by the Wall Street rallies. The benchmark S&P ASX 200 index ended the day down 0.3% or 8.9 points at 3,235.5. The broader All Ordinaries index was also down 0.3% or 8.7 points at 3,190.4. Many investors have feared the worst, and many are probably predicting companies such as General Motors would eventually be gone and are already prepared for it, says market analyst Thomas Su. It may be too early to predict, but it seems the financial stocks may start leading the gain in the second half of the year, he added. Key economic facts and figures for today. The Australian Bureau of Statistics figures released yesterday showed the unemployment rate in Australia soared to 5.2% in February, its highest level in nearly 4 years. Economists anticipate that the government will revise its previous unemployment forecast at 5.5% by June and 7% in mid-2010. It is estimated that the unemployment rate will burst through 7% following the latest jobless numbers. The government is resisting requests to extend increasing the first home buyers grant, raising fears of a housing slump once the scheme is terminated on June 30th. M&A news. Uranium Equities Limited has secured funding to explore the Headwaters project in West Arnhem Land as Brazilian mining giant Companhia Vale do Rio Doce has agreed to acquire up to 80% of the project. Important corporate news. Nickel producer All Ordinaries has signed a 7-year offtake agreement with BHP Billiton. BHP will also put up $45 million Australian dollars to help fund development of All Ordinaries' Spotted Quoll mine and expand its concentrator capacity. Today, Telstra announced that their strategic marketing chief Bill Stewart has resigned to return to the US. Mr. Stewart will be replaced by current Group Managing Director of Wholesale Kate McKenzie as of the 30th of March. And in brief headlines, coal steam gas company Eastern Star has raised 50 million Australian dollars through a share placement to fund a reserve upgrade program. IBA Health Group announced an 82 million Australian dollar equity raise this morning in an effort to shore up its balance sheet. National Australia Bank said the bank would slash its half-year dividend and refocus group strategy on its Australian financial services business. Agribusiness AWB said that demand for Australian wheat remains strong ahead of a traditional period of international market volatility. And finally, Virgin Blue has said today that it had no reason to believe full-year operating profit would vary by more than 15% from its guidance. You've been watching Asia Business News. I'm Jennifer Croce.